Load management versus a guy who's all in trying to prove that he's still the best player in the league in year 17. Whose approach is going to work? LeBron's all in or Kawhi's load management?
One, let's take the names off the back of the jerseys and let's just react to this proposition. You got an old guy who's going all in. He's sprinting this marathon. And you got a young guy who's like, you know what? I'm just going to pace myself and make sure I'm there at the end. And how you going to lean? You know where you're leaning. You're leaning with the young guy who's going to actually manage this course properly, who just managed this same course properly to the tune of NBA championship. And the thing about LeBron's approach I don't think will work is not just so much does the 35-year-old have enough gas in the tank to make it, because LeBron is supernatural. You know, I respect his game and I respect his psyche and approach to the game. However, he's not being fueled just by LeBron right now, as we saw the tweet last night. Washed up king. LeBron has let us get to him to the point where he's going to be fully motivated and in response to what we want, what we are saying, what we're criticizing him about. So here's my last point about this. The first game, Clippers versus Lakers, to me is a microcosm of LeBron's season. He went out there and national anthem was playing. He jumping up. He pumped. I'm about to win L.A. And he went out there and scored 8 points, 6 points. Then they went and got some Gatorade at halftime. You know what he came out in the second half? 2 points, 2 points. Tap out. I'm tired, boss. That's what happened in that game. And I think if he keeps this pace, it's going to happen during this season.
Well, let's just have full transparency. Kawhi Leonard is dealing with a lingering knee issue. Not severe, but it's early in the season. The Clippers are going to be cautious. With that being said, as you mentioned, the system has proven to work for Kawhi Leonard. He did it last year in Toronto. All these teams who were courting him, who actually had a chance to get him, I'm talking about the Raptors, Clippers, and Lakers, they knew going in that there's a program in place for Kawhi. If you want to maximize his potential, there's a course of action. This is part of it. The Lakers would have been doing it. The Raptors, we saw what they did. Now, with all that being said, LeBron James, he's never been someone who's going to come out and say, hey, I'm going to take this game off. I'm not going to play such and such. He wants to play every game. That's not going to happen. The Lakers are going to not shut him down, but Lakers, period of time, are going to give him some rest, and it's going to be rest in situations of where he's not dealing with an injury like Kawhi Leonard. It's going to be rest, just look on the schedule and strength of schedule and things of that nature. So, you know, LeBron can say that, but it's just out and open with Kawhi. And look, would you rather have him doing this right now in the regular season or when it matters in the postseason? Because I guarantee you there's not going to be any load management in the playoffs.
I'm just listening to you all talk. I'm going to have a different answer than I imagined when this segment started. I think what LeBron's doing is going to work. I think LeBron, and I don't like what Kawhi's doing. But you kind of shaking me, because if he's got a lingering knee issue, I kind of understand it if that's the case. But 2 back-to-back nationally televised games like this, I think it's bad for his brand. I think it's bad for the NBA. I don't like it for Kawhi Leonard. What I think LeBron James is doing early in the season, he's putting his demo out there. It's like...
He's listening to my demo?
Yeah, he's putting his demo out, just reminding everybody, look, you see what I can do when I want to do it. And I think he's going to back off, because he will have proven his point in November, October, November. Y'all know what I can do. Now I can back off. And I just put some testers out on the market. You know, I got that WMD.
I like that.
Comes April or May. I think LeBron's approach is going to work and is actually smart. He needed to back up his critics, particularly coming off the China deal. He's left with no choice but to change the narrative in the conversation. I'm giving you 40 and 20, and I'm doing this and that. He's put out his tweet now. He's done said it to everybody. And, it's like early in a relationship, man. You got to put your best work in early, then back off. Save it for anniversaries.
We go out next week. Stop talking about going out.
Save it for anniversaries and things like that, Christmas.
You know what? I love all what you said, and here's the problem with that. LeBron's using our gas to try to fuel him. And I did this when my mama had that 74 Monte Carlo. And she was like, put some gas in here, $1.38. We broke. You didn't even get fill up back then. $1.38. I was like, damn, ashtray money. Put regular in an unleaded. You ever did that? It ain't going far. And he using our gas to put in LeBron's machine. Oh, it ain't gonna go far. China. Oh, y'all said I can't play defense. Oh, y'all said last year I couldn't make it through. Okay, see how long you gonna ride off of our gas. And what Kawhi's doing is exactly on brand. Every team knew this. Every fan knows this. Kawhi's coming, maybe, but Kawhi's gonna be there at the end. So this whole MJ fueled by hate, and I use all this criticism to motivate me. If it ain't for you, if that ain't how you built, and LeBron showed year one, Miami, he's not built to be the villain, to always take the criticism and make it a positive. I don't think he's gonna last with this approach.
But to get...
Whoa, wait a minute.
Real quick, Marcel, listen, I'm going to be at the game tonight. You know what I mean? This is a potential finals matchup we're going to see. So I'm disappointed to not, see Kawhi Leonard. I want to ask you straight up, are you starting to lose some respect for Kawhi, doing his load management?
Absolutely not. One, I know one thing about NBA basketball. No one gives a damn about November. So we're not even in a situation where we're...
He's going to the game, he does.
I mean,
He's the ticket holders.
Ticket holders. We understand, but look, if you talk about value for dollar, you're mad you spent your money, but you respect the value you'll get back if this Clippers team that has never won a championship finally puts themselves in that position. It's not about being nearsighted. It's not about short term. It's about the long haul, and it's a marathon.
Well, there are some fans who won't respect that process because they've only had one or two opportunities to go to a game during the regular season. And although they may be Clipper fans and rooting for the Clippers as a whole, they can't afford to go to playoff games. They can't afford to go. And so you do feel for them, and it's not an easy situation for anybody, but I will say this. The league knows about this. The league contacted the Clippers to see what's going on. He's dealing with a lingering knee issue.
All right, is this something or nothing?
You know this is something, man. Come on, man. What was he at, the Boys and Girls Club? You act like Brian Gumbo was there with the glasses on the tip of his nose. He over there with kids and just want to know how much money you make and, where you get those shoes and can I get a pair? And he over there dropping these bombs. I'll tell you why. This is a guy who knows what his money's going to look like in both situations. So it's more than money that he's considering. Why is it a possibility? I'll give you a few reasons. One, as I was recruited to go to Columbia, coach said, do you want to go somewhere and carry the torch or go somewhere and light the torch? Would you rather be the one that connects the Michael Jordan era of greatness in Chicago to what you can do, Anthony Davis, in your hometown? Or be the 25th best Laker in history. And that's what's going to happen if he goes down here, also living in the shadows of LeBron and having to deal with the shrapnel that comes from whatever LeBron is dealing with and whatever falls on your lap. Who knows how this ride will go? And this is not about their personal relationship. It's about the effect of his legacy and on his legacy, but playing with LeBron. Who wants to be the sharer of this greatness when you know you can go somewhere and be the carrier of it all?
You're just hoping for chaos.
I mean,
there's nothing there. There's nothing
that
there.
Answer?
Look, let me give you
possibility.
Let me give you an example.
All right.
A few years ago, my partner grew up with started his podcast. Started from scratch. No following, no nothing. He said, can you come on and be my guest? I'm like, sure, I'll get on. So me and him, we talk all the time. So I'm getting too comfortable where I'm saying some things that I probably shouldn't have said. The next thing I know, what I said is being aggregated on these NBA sites. And I'm like, oh, shoot. I'm like, oh. But the point is, I said it in a small venue, just being a little bit just too careless and too comfortable. Anthony Davis was talking with kids.
But it's what you believe. You said what you believe.
I said what I would believe, but if it was something that I believe wholeheartedly, I would have had it reported already.
Got you. Got you.
So this is just talk amongst homies.
It's like my Twitter feed. No, seriously.
I get you.
Don't take it seriously.
That's real. That's real. Yeah. So that's the way it was. And so, like with Anthony Davis saying that around a bunch of kids, he just, he's in Chicago. He's in his hometown.
Man, stop.
I'm going to tell you why it's something.
Thank you.
I think what he's basically saying is, I'm here for 1 year to win a championship, and we get this championship, I'm out. I've done my job. I got LeBron his championship. I lived up to what I told Rich Paul and LeBron I would do, and then I'm out of here. I think this is something. I think it's an indication that he's a one and done for the Lakers, perhaps, in his mind. I think that he feels a little bit hoodwinked about what was always promised, from Kawhi Leonard to his number to $4 million he had to give up. And he's like, got a little middle note. I'm going to do this year. I'm going to do this time. I'm going to do it in a way that gives us a chance to win a championship. I want this championship. And then I can go home and try to build my own legacy.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. And be sure to check out more of the best clips from Speak For Yourself, or go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.